Okay. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining. It's our Team Faithfully Fit Zoom call. It's March 23rd. And tonight we have Heidi. We're featuring Heidi Laws, which is really exciting because she just had a huge promotion in rank. So we're going to talk about that to 2-star diamond. But she also just got back from the Success Club trip, the Beachbody Success Club trip, and we really felt like it was important to share with everyone how to make that trip possible, because it's definitely one of those incentives that we want you all to know about. We want you to aim for it, and we want to show you how to do that in this call tonight. So before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Thank goodness for Steph helping me do this. So can you guys see Heidi's beautiful face? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So that means we are all set. So first and foremost, I love recognizing everyone. Kira Smart is a brand new Emerald coach. The last couple times we've tried to recognize her, the slides haven't worked. So she's out in California, and she officially extends our team from the East Coast to the West Coast. And then many of you guys on this call tonight are right smack dab in the center. So I think that's pretty cool. But she is a full-time mama working at Google. And she's really doing an awesome job at balancing everything that she balances and making achievements in her business. So she couldn't make the call tonight, but awesome job. And for those of you guys who have not seen her posts, if you go to Kira Smart, so she's SMARTT, her husband is a professional photographer, and he has taken some incredible pictures of her journey. And I mean, this slide that I did, it shows her after journey, but she lost 25 pounds in her journey, and she's still trying to get stronger. So her posts are extremely motivating if you haven't had a chance to check them out.
For sure.
Yeah, they're awesome. Okay, and then Megan Jones, who's on this call, I can't see her right now, but Megan just won herself a ticket to Summit, which is so exciting. So if you are a coach who signed up before January 30th of this year and you hit Success Club your first 3 months in the business, you win a free ticket to Summit, which is amazing. If you started February 1st or after and you hit Success Club your first 3 months in your business, you will win a ticket to Summit for 2017. So that destination is going to be revealed at Summit. They always reveal it at Summit. So it'll be pretty exciting. I know some of you on this call are brand new and have an opportunity to earn that. And so we're going to talk a little bit about Summit. We're going to touch on it a little just because it goes with live events, which is what the Success Club trip is. But Megan is a special ed teacher, and she's also a mama, and she's also doing the juggling act. And she also has just been so courageous and bold on her Facebook post. So go check her out too, because she's very authentic and she's got an awesome following for a short amount of time as she's been doing this. So Megan, awesome job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, there you are. When you talk, you pop up on my screen. Okay, I'm going to save Heidi. I'm going to jump over to Erin, who's also on this call, and I'm going to let Heidi give Erin the accolades.
Yeah, so I think on the Getting Ready to Start call, I talked a little bit about Erin, but literally I can look out my window and see her house. She's like 3 streets or 3 houses down. And it's really funny because I knew of Erin because I'd see her walk her daughters to school when I did. But I didn't actually get to know Erin until I did my free clean eating group, and she joined the group. And she honestly, she already looked great. But she was like, I just want to work on my diet, and I know I'm eating too much sugar and so on, just like all of us pretty much. And then I found out that she bakes cakes for a living out of her home, wedding cakes and many other types of cakes. And I was like, how do you not eat that sugar all day while you're baking cakes? So she has managed to really just get healthier through her diet. And she, was like, hey, I think I'd be great at this because she looks amazing. So people already ask her how she's doing it and what she's doing. And I know she feels really wonderful. So she hit Emerald Coach, and I'm really excited to have her on the team and really start to build her business.
Awesome. That's great, Erin. Congratulations.
She said thank you. She's on mute.
She's on mute. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so I just wanted to save Heidi for last. So some of you may or may not know that 2-star diamond, so diamond is a huge promotion. 2-star diamond is a huge promotion. 5-star diamond is a huge promotion, and 10 is a huge promotion. Not that all of the ones in between are not, but those are all big mile makers in your business. Diamond is huge because that means that you now are established yourself and you are now growing toward being a star diamond coach. And when you become a 2-star diamond, that means that you have 2 diamond coaches in your organization, 1 on each leg. And the coolest thing, you guys, about 2-star diamond, for those of you that might be more financially driven than others, this is where you start to see a major impact in your finances, because Heidi is now about to open Heidi 2. So Heidi opens a secondary business center. And imagine that Heidi 2 is like a customer or a challenger. Heidi 2 will buy a challenge pack, and her business center will open. And what will happen is Heidi 1 is going to start running all of her people now through Heidi 2. And so if Tracy Baldrat comes to Heidi and says, I want to do your challenge group, I want to buy 21 Day Fix and Shakeology, Heidi will run Tracy through Heidi 2, get 2 Success Club points for her, and those 2 Success points roll up to Heidi 1. So all the volume hits the second business center, it funnels through Heidi's husband, which is why it's so important to put your husband on, and then it rolls up to Heidi. So Heidi basically gets volume 3 times on that one person. Also, when you become a 2-star diamond coach, you're eligible for profit sharing. So Heidi now is eligible for the quarterly bonuses. So at the end of each quarter, Beachbody takes a percentage of their profit for that quarter, and they profit share amongst all star diamond coaches starting at 2-star diamond. So Heidi now at the end of March will get a nice size bonus check just for being a 2-star diamond. And then she also qualifies for the leadership conference that she will attend in LA this upcoming January, which is such a huge honor. And she gets to walk across the stage at Summit. So for those of you who are driven by recognition, that's really cool if you're into it. That kind of thing absolutely mortifies me, but some people absolutely love it. So that is so great. But I have to say that Heidi, many of you guys know her in terms of what she juggles with her girls and her full-time job and all of her traveling. I'm here to say that every single person on the phone juggles something in their background, whether it's lots of kids or working and kids or husbands who are out of town or just tricky things going on with carpools and things like that. And I have to say that it takes a really focused and determined and driven person. And Heidi's able to do all that, but she also does it with compassion as she helps all of her challengers. So it's no surprise. We're so lucky, Heidi, to have you on our team. So congratulations. Huge, huge accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Good. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to roll straight to announcements. So Super Saturday is not this weekend, but the weekend after. If you guys jot down this link, it's also in the Poaches page, but this link right here will show you where your local Super Saturday is. I'm going with a coach on Megan's team, Charlene. I'm super excited about it. I think Deanna's going, Kara Tree Week is going. So we've got people going in Pennsylvania, Texas, New York. We're sort of all over the place. But what a Super Saturday is every single quarter, Beachbody picks the same weekend, either a Saturday or a Sunday, and they have a live workout together, but there's also some business information. It's basically like getting an hour or 2 of just tips. And most of the time, Star Diamond coaches come in and offer that training. They're fantastic. I've never been to a Super Saturday. I've seen clips, and every coach who I've talked to that's been to them says that they're great. They're awesome. They just sort of recharge your battery. So That next one is a week from Saturday. Some of them are Super Sunday. Brandy, one of my new coaches, is going to be going to the one in Boca Raton, Florida, which is so crazy. It's where I grew up. And she's like, I'm going to go to the one in Boca. So we're sort of seeing coaches go all over the place, and I'm excited to get a lot of feedback from people. I know some are doing size, some are doing 22-minute hardcore, some are doing Body Beast. So they'll throw in the workout. The tickets range anywhere from $11 to $25, depending on your location. And you can invite challengers to this. It's not just a coaches only thing. The cool thing is that you can invite challengers if they want to go get a live workout with you. It's just an opportunity to sort of be in the element with other coaches and other people that you might be trying to talk to about the coaching opportunity. Any questions on that? No. Okay. Next Zoom call is April 6th. So mark that in your calendar. We do these Zooms every other Wednesday to give you guys a week off. Our next 5-day sneak peek for those of you who are recruiting coaches starts on Monday. Yep. Monday the 28th. And then the Getting Started Right training starts the first Monday of every month. So on April 4th, those people who finished the 5-day sneak peek will start on April 4th. Just as an FYI, there have been a couple times where I've had coaches say, oh my goodness, I just got someone, and we're like right in the middle of the 5-day sneak peek. It's okay. We've had some people be added to the sneak peek like on the Wednesday after it already started. And as long as the coach who's coming knows that they sort of have to like giddy up and catch up on some of the homework, it's totally fine. We've also had some people put potential coaches in the weekend before the Getting Started Right training happens, and they actually do the sneak peek during the weekend before they start the training. Because if they miss the training, they have to wait a whole month for the training again. So I'm happy to speed up the urgency if your person is ready to rock and kind of do their work behind the scenes. But so far we've got, I think, 6 people already enrolled for GSR. So
and I have 2 more.
Wow. Good for you. 5-day sneak peeks. They've not done 5-day sneak peek yet?
Right.
Cool. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to get the 5-day sneak peek page up on Friday. Can throw them in. Great. So perfect. Okay. All right. With that being said, I'm going to roll it on over to, oh, wait. I forgot one more thing. Okay. Upcoming call to actions. So I kind of went through what my call to actions were around this time last year. And I know a lot of you guys are already in your spring break, but the Northeast, we actually don't take spring break until April. So whether you're marketing to people who have just come home from a spring break and have literally been like eating and drinking for 10 days straight, or if you've got people who are prepping to go prance around in a bikini somewhere, the 3-day refresh is an awesome call to action to do this time of year. I find that the 3-day refresh, like around the holidays, after Super Bowl, and before and after spring break, and to kick off summer and to finish summer are the best times for 3-day refreshes. What I did for a while, there was a few months where my husband was traveling like crazy and he was not drinking his Shakeology. So I changed his HD and I got several 3-day refreshes that I stashed in my little supply closet, because a lot of times when you do a post for a CTA or for a 3-day refresh, people do not want to wait a week to get their 3-day refresh. They're like, I feel disgusting. I'm ready to start tomorrow. Do you have it? And I learned that the hard way the first time I did a CTA. I had a list of probably 10 people that wanted it, but none of them were willing to wait. So they ended up like going and doing some sort of like Whole Foods juice cleanse. And I only was able to keep like 2 or 3. Now down the line, those people ended up coming back, but I really learned that having a 3-day refresh that you could sell somebody quickly, it's definitely not going to go to waste. I promise you, if you do a 3-day refresh and you have local people. So that's just something that I always now have 2 or 3 3-day refreshes. And then as your team gets bigger and you get challengers, I'll have challengers come back from vacation. Literally, they'll stop on my house and be like, do you have a 3-day refresh I can buy? It's like, it feels shady. I'm like, I do. You can have a 3-day refresh. So I always keep those on hand. But it's a really great time of year to start doing CTAs on or around spring break. And then Platinum Edge is in Dallas, the 23rd through the 25th in September. Tickets just went on sale. So Heidi was there last year. Deanna was there last year. again, it's only for Christine Dwyer's downline. So it's small. It's like a mini summit. And for those of you that don't know, Christine Dwyer has been a coach for about 8 years. So she literally, we are all in her organization, and she has created some amazing training. One of her coaches is Janelle Summers, and Janelle Summers is the sister of Shalene Johnson. So Shalene always makes an appearance. We got to do PIO live with Shalene, and not to mention Shalene's just an amazing businesswoman. So her training sessions, when she talks about marketing yourself and multitasking and time management, I mean, it pays for itself just getting trained by Shalene. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Heidi or Deanna, do you guys want to throw in anything about Platinum Edge?
Yeah, I mean, it opened my eyes to so many things. I mean, I still have like moments where I think back, I'm like, oh, I need to do that now. I need to do like, it just kind of helped me, I guess, become more clear on my strategy, and some of the things that I wasn't doing, it just sort of pushed me to get there. But then just the experience, like, I think there's something about being in a room full of everybody that's like you know what I mean? Like, that all wants the same thing. Like, there's something about that energy and that synergy that I really loved. And then of course the workout's pretty awesome. So yeah. I'm not missing it. It's like 2 days after my 40th birthday, and I'm still not going to miss it.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I was texting Heidi because she was like hemming and hawing about not wanting to get up at like 5 in the morning to work out.
I am not a morning workout
I'm
person.
like, we work out when we come to these things. You cannot miss a live workout. You've got to come. All right. So let's keep it rolling so that we get off at the right time. So I'm going to pass it over to Heidi so she can do her presentation. I love this picture of she and Jason. It's just epitomizes the trip and how much fun they had. And so I love this picture of you guys. So Heidi, I'm going to turn it over to you over the next, hopefully I did your slides right. I just copy and pasted them. I'm feeling like I might be missing some, so sorry.
But yeah, no, it looks good.
Okay.
So yeah, I obviously this was my second, I guess it was my second Beachbody event. And I have to say that I started coaching, for those of you guys who don't know, I started coaching officially, so my first challenge pack the middle of January of last year. So I think it was like 2 weeks later, Tracy was like, hey, we got to register for the Success Club trip. I had no idea what it was, how to hit it, what I was supposed to do. All I knew was like, okay, fine, I'll register. I just sold my first challenge pack, so I had no idea what I was doing. Thank goodness I did, because obviously I ended up going. But as Tracy knows, I was 6,000 on the, like, in place on the waiting list. So I never even imagined that I would even get to go. But as I go through these slides, you'll understand why I made it. And why every one of you, if you haven't already, you need to register for the trip. So I'm going to go through the cruise itself. I know a lot of you guys saw my pictures, but just to kind of explain what it did for me and my family and my business, and then talk about how I earned it, what I paid for, what I didn't pay for, and then how you actually earn Punta Cana. That's the next trip next year. Every year I think it's a different place. And then what to do to get there daily, really, to make sure you go. So if you want to go to the next slide, hopefully it's, yes. Okay. So my experience. So I posted a video in the Poach page. So for those of you guys who watched it, I'll just sort of abbreviate it. But, working in corporate America for 16 years, I've had the opportunity to earn trips as well through the company, because I've always been in a sales role or management role or vice president role where I had a quota. So I know what it's like to have to try to work really, really hard to hit these trips. And the thing that blew me away the most is that, I would work 50 at least hours a week in order to hit the trip that we had to hit every year at my company now. And the quality of this trip was exactly the same as the quality of the trips that I earn through my full-time job. And some days I work, Beachbody more than others, but I would say, let's say 2 hours a day. And then I work more on the weekends, just because I can't work more during the week. So So the fact that they treat you that way, like that, the whole boat, I think there were about 3,500 coaches on the boat, and everybody, if you think about it, most of them have, either full-time jobs, or they have kids at home, or they have multiple things that they're juggling, and they all have the same like heart. They want to help other people. So to be surrounded by that many people, and all the people I've been following on Facebook, like Chelsea Pearson, who was just on the National Wake Up Call, and like all these, top 10 elite coaches were there, and the celebrity trainers. And it was just sort of like surreal to actually see them in person. It was pretty awesome. And like literally be in the elevator with Autumn. Like I didn't even know. Tracy, I felt like you with Janelle. I was just like, my kids were like next to me, and I was like, that's her. I mean, it was just like so awkward and uncomfortable. I wanted to get a picture like of us in the elevator, but it was too uncomfortable. So, just to be able to have those experiences, and at the same time, that's the cool part about it. But at the same time, my kids. So Jason's gone on ADP trips with me, the company I work for, but my kids have never, in 16 years, they've never been on a trip with me, ever. And so they now get it. They now understand why I do what I do. They also got to meet Kelly, who they've heard about Kelly and Tracy. And Kelly is basically Tracy's coach. It's like her coach's coach. And her kids, and got to hang out with them at the pool and at the beach. And I just think like the experiences that my kids got on this trip of like swimming with the dolphins for the first time, and hiking this like mountainous waterfall, and just having those experiences were priceless for them. So I think posting it also, I can't even tell you how many messages I got from people like, wow, how'd you get this trip, and how this is crazy, this is amazing, I had no idea you were really doing this, like for real. And I mean, people just, I think it just changed the way they looked at it a little bit. And everybody's motivated by different things, just like Tracy said. So people who are motivated by things like that, it caught their eye for sure. So anyway, so that's really the personal side. And then for me, like it just, I didn't necessarily need to be rejuvenated. It just reconfirmed once again, like just the heart of the company, the people that are in this business are real. It's not just, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's like, hey, I'm building this for long term, and I'm building this for a lot of times time freedom, and to have extra income or full-time income. So definitely really happy that I got nudged to sign up and get on the wait list, because I had no idea at the time that a year later I would be experiencing that. So,
and there's no obligation to put your name on the wait list, right? You've got nothing to lose.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So I do want to go through what we paid for and what was paid for. So what I paid for was my flight. Of course, there were a lot of coaches there that drove, some that live in Florida and didn't have that cost at all, which is awesome. But I paid for obviously our flight, and then any of the extras, like the excursions that we went on. I chose to upgrade our room, as you guys saw, because this was our family vacation. We weren't planning on going anywhere until probably like May or June, if that. And so when this happened, we were like, and it was during my kids' spring break. How perfect is that? We're like, hey, let's do it. Let's put our funds that we were going to use and upgrade. So you could have gone on the cruise and not had the cost of upgrading the room. And there were like seven different options of upgrades, like there was like the bottom of the boat, all the way up. So we went all out, and we definitely upgraded to the highest floor. And we were on the floor with like all the elite coaches, and Autumn and Carl, the CEO, and all that. So I will say the money paid for it, because we literally were having breakfast next to them every single morning. So that was pretty cool.
My kids would not behave well for that kind of
oh,
that would make me feel like, okay, can everyone please sit down until they're done eating?
There were, it was real. There were lots of kids that were not behaving, but I think,
right.
And a lot of people brought their kids, like a lot of the, actually all the coaches pretty much did, except for the ones that don't have them. So right. I think everybody was just sort of like, just kind of went along with it. But, right. But yeah, it was pretty fun. It was pretty amazing to see them. So you do pay for your kids, depending on their age, it was a different price. And then what was included? So the cruise, like it was all inclusive, all you can eat. There were 25 restaurants. I don't know how many pools there were. And there was a kids section, so a wall climbing thing, and then all these stores and activities for the kids all day long, water shows and all kinds of stuff. So you had that, and then all the shops. It was like a mall inside the boat, so it was pretty amazing. And then shows. It's like a Vegas show. You had a huge auditorium. You could go to like comedy shows and so on. And then there was also options. I think there were 2 different options where you could go and listen to. Like I listened to Carl address everybody about the announcements coming out and things like that. So you definitely have the option to get your fill of Beachbody announcements, which was pretty amazing and impactful. So in terms of how I earned $1,000 towards the trip. So this is pretty awesome. You get cash, and I'm going to go through this more in detail in the next slide because I think you guys really care more about how you can get there for Punta Cana. So for this trip, I earned it because you earn dollars for each Success Club point that you have throughout the year. So remember, one's challenge pack is 2 Success Club points. Shakeology on HD is 1. So because of hitting Success Club every single month during the whole year, I earn the maximum is $1,000. And then if you're elite, you get $2,500. So you can use the $1,000 towards your room upgrade, which is what we did, or you can use it for your excursions. Because we upgraded our room, our alcohol was all paid for. Whereas other people who didn't upgrade it, their alcohol, I think they had to pay for it. So another benefit of upgrading. So let's see what else I have on here. So I got a report saying that I averaged 19 Success Club points a month all last year. I had some really, really big months, and then I had my average 10. And then I got a kind of a summary of last year, and it said that I had added about 120 people, and then 22 customers became coaches, which is weird because I have 104 coaches now. So I don't know.
Well, that won't include people that you brought straight on as customers or as.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's true.
So if you brought someone straight on as a coach, they're not included in that 120 number. That's 120 is only customers.
Got it. Okay. And then of course, I thought this was really interesting, but coaches on average, they drink Shakeology for an average of 6 months, and I hit the exact average of that. So it's true. That's what the coaches actually come through with. So just some information for you guys to know, but that's really the big part. Now, how to earn Punta Cana. So this is what you really want to pay attention to in terms of next year. So Tracy, which one is it that we're going on? Is it the teal or the coral?
Well, we're all on the wait list, so we get whatever we get called off of. But our team is going coral if we have a choice.
So what I was reading was once you do get called off the wait list, that you want to pick coral because that's the one. There's 2 different dates. So that's the one that a lot of us have registered for. So the way it works this year is that you want to achieve, and I'll explain if you don't achieve by March 31st, 10 Success Club points total from January 1 through March 31st. That's for you to kind of, be on track to hit certain numbers. And I'll explain a little bit more. Past that, once for June 30th, you want to hit 15, and then by September 30th, you want to hit 20. To be honest with you, you're going to want to hit more than that. I mean, in order to hit the trip, you're having 20 Success Club points, by the end of September and a little bit more the last quarter, you're not going to get called off the waiting list. Right. You're really going to want to average 5 to 10 a month. But I did want to just explain that that's how they're breaking it down. If you miss the 10 by the end of March 31st, because I know we have a lot of new coaches on here, so you're probably wondering that, you still can hit it. When you get called off the list, they're going to look at the fact that, did you hit Success Club the previous month? And then they're going to say you need to have those 20 Success Club points by the end of September 30th. So that's all you have to really focus on and worry about for now. So the way they're working the upgrades is they have a tier 1 and a tier 2. So tier 1 is $1,500 for you and a guest, and tier 2 is $3,000 for you and a guest. So if you were to earn the Success Club money, and it has it on the bottom, how you do that, you get $5 per Success Club point. Or if you hit 5, Success Club 5 or 10, remember 5 is signing up about 3 people, 10 is signing up 5 people, then you double your money. So then you get $10 per Success Club point for that month versus 5. So that's up to, I think it's $1,200 is the max. So if you think about it, if you hit the 1,200 and tier 1 is $1,500, then you're paying $300 for an amazing trip that's all inclusive. So I just wanted to give you that perspective to understand that you either pay for a family vacation for $1,500 for maybe you and a guest. You can add your kids, which is additional cost for your kids. And it could truly be your family vacation or an additional vacation for just you and your spouse. I mean, some people don't bring their kids, and just have you and your spouse. So, so I hope that kind of gives you guys a little bit of a perspective of how to actually achieve it in terms of the points, and then how you earn the cash to help you either upgrade or spend money while you're there. So I'm going to pause there and stop there and see if anybody has any questions before I go to the last slide.
No, so helpful.
Okay, good.
That is the last slide.
Oh, okay. Really? I
Yeah.
see another one on there. Oh, is that yours? I see another. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay. So the only thing I put on the last one was just how you get there. And what I mean by how is what you can really control day to day. Because if you think about it, I didn't really know this stuff. Like, I didn't really research it or even try to know more about this when I signed up. Like, when I was in your shoes, I knew nothing. I didn't try to understand. All I did was say to myself, if I just focus on the things I need to do each day, which is the vital behaviors, which is invite, personal development, and be a part of the product, then I knew the rest would take care of itself. But this is the type of opportunity that just dabbling, for a week and then not for 2 weeks and then a week, people are watching you on social media and they're watching your journey and they're watching to see if you're consistent. And when you are, they want to follow you. But when you dabble and dip your toe in, they're like, oh, I guess that didn't work for that person. I guess that program didn't pan out, So it's definitely one of those things that's why I feel I made the trip, was because no matter what happened, and Tracy knows, things happen in our lives. So no matter what happened or how busy I was at work or what kid was sick or whatever, anything, traveling on airplanes, whatever, I still did those things each day. And when it becomes habit, you'll make sure, it comes down to the priorities of it, and you'll be on that trip next year and the income will take care of itself and it will be a really fun experience for you. So I hope that kind of gives you guys a good perspective of, how to get there. And I'm sure we'll talk about it more and more throughout the year, but I would want nothing more than to have you guys all on that trip, because it was a blast for sure. I'm still like on that vacation high of like, can I just go back? Can I go back to the boat?
I felt like I was there with you. I was like, oh, now we're relaxing on the. It was so nice. It was so fun to follow.
It was funny. My husband was like, you're really going to pay for Wi-Fi? I'm like, are you kidding me? This is like a trip of a lifetime. Like, for our kids, for us, like, yes, I'm going to pay for Wi-Fi. Yeah. I sold 3 challenge packs while I was on that boat.
I'm not surprised.
It paid for it, for sure.
Yeah. Awesome.
So you guys have any other questions?
No.
Okay. Well, that's all I have. Tracy, do you have anything else?
No, all the information, if you're not on the wait list, it's in the Poach page. Just go search for Punta Cana or Success Club trip and you'll see. And then the Coral dates, I think it's like the last couple of days of April ending on like May 1st or something.
Yes.
That's what the Coral dates are.
Yes.
So that's the trip that we're, as a team, all the whole Shred Nation team, like Rob and Chelsea, all of them are going for Coral. And next year they're going to be changing it, because it's like there were coaches who'd been a coach for one day, and there'd been coaches who'd been a coach for 3 years who were Star Diamonds, and the Star Diamonds were put on the wait list and the brand new coaches got in because there wasn't any sort of way to sort of tier it. So I think they're going to be going like elite coaches will go first. And then if you're an all-star or a legend success club, which means if you're hitting success club 5 or 10 for 12 or 24 consecutive months, you will be considered an all-star or a legend, and then they get to go next. And so they're going to kind of tier it down, not by rank, but by helping people. And then I think it's going to go by success club. If you averaged, 20 success club, then you're on this day. 15, you're on this day. So I know that the council just changed it because there was just a lot of agita about trying to get on the list on the day it was released. I mean, I was like sitting at my computer refreshing and the whole thing was locked up. So I'm glad that they're addressing it so quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So, and yeah, I was going to say in the end, no matter what, look at it like, one, it's a time to have fun on the trip, but more than anything, for people to truly see what hard work that you put into this and what it gets you. I mean, to me, I think the business side of it for going on the trip was icing on the cake that we had an amazing time.
Agree.
It really was.
Agree. I've done Summit and I've done Platinum Edge and I've done LA. And with every single trip, if you're documenting it on social media and you're sharing that story, it has propelled my business because people do, the longer you do this, you'll get people that are like, oh, Erin, I've been watching your posts on Facebook for the last year. I'm ready to talk to you. And they literally do sit and they watch. They don't like your posts. They don't comment on your posts, but they're watching. And so when you have these trips and you start talking about them, and you can do it in a way where you're not like, I'm in LA on a trip. I mean, you can share the experience on how you got to where you're going and what it means to you. And you kind of get a gist the longer you do it. But it really, for your followers, they sit back and they're like, wow, she's really doing this. Like, it's not just a wrap company or nail art, where you see some of these people who come in and go with what those businesses are. It just gives you legitimacy and it gives you credibility in the fact that you truly are an entrepreneur and you're investing in your business. And then people feel more secure investing in you. That's the biggest thing about the trips.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's why I'm really looking forward to Summit, because Summit's like Platinum Edge on steroids. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Great. Well, thank you guys so much for your time, and Heidi, thank you for putting together such a great overview for us.
Tracy, I have a really quick question.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the trip, although I loved hearing about it and I want to go pack my bag right now and go. Have you guys, either one of you, 2 people have contacted me this week saying they found Shakeology for cheaper through Shakeology Star, which is like some, website where it's $90. Is it like, and I didn't really know what to tell them. I was like, well, that sounds sketchy, but I'll ask people I know. I mean, I guess there are probably these places that buy it and sell it for cheaper.
Well, first and foremost, we should definitely report it to compliance.
So it's already been taken off, just so you know.
Oh,
it was reported to compliance. I saw it on a website and they took it off. It doesn't even exist anymore.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
So I have one girl, she did a couple of my freemiums, and it's one of those where I got a message from her after talking to her about being in a challenge group for probably 3 months. And she was like, I just want to thank you for introducing me to Shakeology. I've been getting it off Amazon. And I'm like, what? And so my first question, when people are buying it from sources such as those, I just say, in what way do you feel like you're getting a credible source of Shakeology when you're ordering it through basically someone who's reselling it?
Right.
And then I remind them that it's food. It's food in a bag. So
that was what I was
like,
thinking.
would you go buy your Aroma tomatoes from you know what I mean? It's and they could be tampered with, and there are also expiration dates on the bags. So I also reminded her to go look, and sure enough, one of the bags was past the expiration date.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. I was like, what is this Shakeology Star?
Yeah, and then also it's good to know that coaches that sell them on Amazon, and if they ever sell them under the price that we paid for them, it's actually, isn't it against the ethics, right? For compliance for, so they can actually get their coach pulled away, their coaching title, whatever, pulled away. So I know they can probably sell it at price, like, whatever we purchased
$98, right?
Yeah, but it keeps the integrity of Shakeology across the board.
Right.
And I always tell people, like just Tracy said, you don't know what's in it, but at the same time, you don't get a coach.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, there are so many shakes out there, but the fact that you get a coach, we're the only one that you get a coach with, for free.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
The
welcome.
reason that they added, so they used to just have Shakeology, they sold it differently than they do now. So the reason that Shakeology and a workout program and a coach became the idea of what a challenge pack is because it literally handles the nutrition, the fitness, but then the support and the encouragement and the accountability. So it's those three things is what make people successful. That's why most of them who order something off of Beachbody or 21dayfix.com, they don't have as great of success. Because can you imagine doing those eating plans without anyone else?
No way. And you hear all the time, my friend said that she opened it, she said, my kids are still playing with the containers. I've never even done anything with it because I never had a coach to help me.
Yeah. So we could beat a dead horse, but we're all talking to each other coaches. We all agree, obviously. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thank you, Heidi.
Welcome. You guys have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.